All right, we ready? 3, 2, 1. Why did you do that? You messed it up.
It's too good every week.
We literally had it perfect.
It's
3 weeks in a row. You ruined
we
it.
had a streak going, Jacob.
It's too good every week. And besides, that first one hit good.
Yeah, I mean, it was all right. It was all right. But you did have to be extra coming in.
I'm sorry. I was just real excited to see you, man. You've been out of town. It's like the same length of time that's passed.
No, it's even less time that's passed because we filmed Wednesday last week and now it's Monday.
My bad.
So,
My bad.
what is that, 5 days?
Congrats to your sister, man.
Thank you. Congrats, Hannah.
Yeah.
New addition to the family. I am now an uncle.
Is this your first time being an uncle?
This is my first, yes.
Okay. I've been an uncle for a little while. Not to make it about me.
Me
but
too, yeah.
It's fun. Yeah, I mean,
y'all some old heads.
yeah, you're what?
I'm
You want to talk?
I'm a new fresh uncle.
Okay. Hey,
It's only a 3-year difference between us?
Yeah, but it just feels so old.
Yeah, I know. You're looking at a 26-year-old going like, man, I ain't ever going to be 26.
I know.
And I look at 30-year-olds like, man, I ain't ever going to be 30.
And we'll be that before we know it.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Welcome in, everybody. $1 Million Radio. I'm going to try not to hit my mic as much this week.
Yeah. That's
Already
crazy.
off to a bad start.
That stand going crazy. It has a little mind of its own. Mine does
really
the
does.
same stuff.
I'm sorry for the sound, everybody, but I'm not about to start this over. Yeah, the stand and I have been through a lot. I've had it for years.
Well, you get sentimental, you and I and Griffin.
Oh no,
of
screw
course.
the stand. I mean, if anybody wants to donate a stand to the $1 Million Radio, I'll take it.
I was just saying, like, as musicians,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
there's certain pieces of equipment, especially for me, that I'm like, dang, I can't let go, man.
Well, just a couple weeks ago, the first interface I ever had crapped out on us. So I still got it sitting over there. But
It'll work.
We
I
prevail.
don't know.
yeah.
No, didn't you say it did the exact same thing and then it
Yeah,
worked?
it's done it before, and then it just didn't use it for 2 or 3 years. Got another one, and then one day I just decided to plug it up, and it was working.
It's
So,
in rehab. It's in rehab right
Yeah,
now.
Give it
Gotta
till
get some
Christmas
rest.
and it'll start
Yeah,
working again.
Santa, please come fix my interface.
Oh man. So no Tennessee this past week. This past weekend.
But as Jacob called it, we got the all black unis this week.
Yup.
I'm very excited.
Griffin said it's Kentucky's funeral.
The only thing is I'm hoping that we black out the stadium or do it like orange and black checkerboard, which I don't think we did that before, have we?
I think it's just a blackout. Like everybody wears
Oh,
black.
okay.
Yeah.
I thought people were wanting the checkerboard black and
There
orange,
was
but
there was
Because I mean,
There
that
was
would be
some-
sick.
yeah, it would
there
be.
was some
Yeah.
controversy about that because some people wanted it, some people didn't. Controversy like there is with everything in life, but
like you can't just do it one week and not do it the next.
I was
right?
listening to Josh and Swain on 99.1 one day, and Jason Swain was making a good point about the black and orange. Like it would be Halloweeny,
Pumpkin.
Yeah,
No, I'm just kidding.
but it would
Orange.
also look like we were Oklahoma State, and he just didn't like that.
It's a
I get
different
it.
shade of orange.
I
bro.
get it.
I
But-
mean, yeah, but when it's in the stands like that,
Yeah.
it would make it look like Oklahoma State was checkerboard kneeling. But
I get it.
I like
like an all
when
black.
I do too. I like that, but I love when our checkerboard is the orange and white just through the whole
Yeah.
stadium. It's so pretty, man.
Also, shout out the UT, I guess the advertising agency. You see that? That
the
Venom?
social media team.
Yeah, that Venom.
Yeah, shout out.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Shout out whoever runs Vol Athletics social
Which I
media.
follow a guy,
Noah Boa?
Noah
Yeah.
Boa, yeah.
Yeah,
And he's
he's-
always putting out
I think he's
fire stuff.
the main one that does their videos. He
Yeah.
probably had a big hand in that.
Honestly, in the comments, put a team that does it better because I don't know if there is one because that goes crazy hard.
Yeah, that was like movie level stuff.
It's like it's Venom basically. I mean,
yeah.
yeah, that was pretty cool.
but yeah, man, we needed this rest week kind of regroup after we, beat the hell out of Alabama.
But you remember what happened? We had a big win against Oklahoma, had a bye week, came out flat against Arkansas, and lost. So, do you think that happens twice in 1 year, Jacob? This is the first year
no.
with 2 bye weeks.
Hype won't let that happen.
I hope not.
I don't think it'll happen. There's a few.
It is
different-
at home this time.
A few different reasons, yeah. It being at home is one of them, but another reason is Kentucky is not as good as Arkansas. And I'm not saying Arkansas is amazing, but they do have a really good defense.
Yeah.
And they had an okay offense, enough to beat us at least. So, I mean, I don't think Kentucky's as good of a team as they are. And another thing is you live and learn. You know, Nico, from the first game of the season to now, seems like he's progressed quite a bit. He's also had some up and downs. You know, it's been a roller coaster, but the low part was Arkansas.
We can see Nico starting to change from a rookie freshman mode into more of a
guy.
not necessarily a seasoned veteran just yet, but he's taking those bumps and bruises that it does take to become a seasoned veteran. That's what we're looking at now.
Yeah,
So.
exactly. So I think it's not the same. You know, just because we had a bye week then and then lost, I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah, Kentucky hadn't looked that great.
No, they're 1-5 in the conference at least.
They hadn't looked that great.
Yeah, they're 3-5 overall, and 1-5 is their conference record. So, I mean, compared to us, we've squeaked them out against Alabama and Florida, and we've dominated NC State and Oklahoma pretty good. So, it doesnment make sense for me to say after we come off a bye week after beating Alabama and Florida that we're going to lose to Kentucky.
We are 15.5-point favorites as of the time we're filming this here on Monday night, but we were 15.5-point favorites against Florida. We all looked at that line and said there's no way we win by 16 points.
No way.
This is one of those lines where it's like we might win by 20, 30 points. Honestly.
Yeah. I mean,
You know,
you could see it, and you know, you could go make your money. You could
we
do it over.
We always struggle with Florida. We've never really struggled with Kentucky.
Yeah,
This is
I'm
one
sure
of
there's
those-
been some years,
This is one of those. I mean, yeah, they've gotten us a few years here and there,
but
but
generally,
this is like big bro, little bro.
original
Yes.
checkerboard.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sure y'all remember before Derek Dooley got hired, we had a 30-year streak against Kentucky that
That he blew.
idiot decided to
Yeah.
screw up.
He was wearing his orange britches though.
Yeah.
Remember that one
He
game
was
he was
all
on the
in.
sidelines? He was sitting because he like hurt his ankle.
Oh yeah, dude, I forgot all about
Ain't that crazy?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's wild.
Well, speaking of crazy stuff, not to change topics too much, but Anthony Richardson yesterday against the Texans
Yep.
left the game because he was tired.
That's the kind of shit you do at LA Fitness when you run too many games of basketball. Not when you're an NFL quarterback that gets paid millions
How
a
do
year.
you do that?
You're 22
dude?
years old.
Because I was watching the Pat McAfee show this afternoon and saw
Yeah.
a little bit. He was like, "What are you doing?
Yeah.
Like
I
it's
mean,
a big third down, and you're just
And the thing
Take
was,
me out.
Griffin, and the thing was that he came out afterwards and said that he was tired. He could have said, my ankle
Anything.
was
Yeah.
He could
showing
have said, "I
soreness."
gotta go take a shit, dude. Let me go."
It would have been better
Like-
than that because we've all been there. We've all had to take it in the worst spots, especially me. So I mean, he could have said anything injury related. You don't, and this is what Shannon Sharp was saying to Chad Johnson on his
Yeah.
podcast. He was saying you don't got to verbalize everything.
Yeah.
And frankly, I agree. I mean,
He was
it's
like,
unnecessary.
I was just tired. That was it.
Oh my god,
that's
that's
the
not.
wrong answer, buddy.
That's crazy. That was just crazy to me. Like I saw yesterday where he left, and
Yeah.
I didn't see like any headlines last night and stuff.
Yeah, because I thought he got hurt because I saw
Yeah,
Flacco was
exactly.
going in. I got the
Which he should
notification.
have committed to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I thought the same thing. He must have, gotten hit or something. And then I wake up this morning, go to work. I see it on TV how he said he was tired, and I was just like baffled. I couldn't believe it.
And it hurts because it's like you get paid so much money. You know,
Yeah.
you're a professional athlete. You're supposed to build up endurance. And I get the NFL is probably different than college and all that stuff.
I mean, yeah, but
still.
when's the last time a quarterback was like, "Coach, I'm tired. I gotta
Literally.
sit down for a little bit."
Shannon Sharp, he said you couldn't hand it off on the next play.
Exactly. Like, what do you do that's so like quarterbacks? Obviously, one of the most skilled positions in football. Like most important player of the team. They're not like running post routes every play.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're not
Yeah.
necessarily running down the field. And when you're on defense, what are you doing? You're sitting down,
Yeah.
getting your breath, getting some water, whatever.
Yeah.
The fact that he was in the middle of a drive and was like, I'm tired.
Weren't they down by 3 too? Or I don't know.
They lost by 3.
Yeah, like
imagine like if he would have stayed in, maybe he hits a bomb for a touchdown, they win the game. You don't know because he went out of the freaking game.
He's tired.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. Anthony Richardson, you got to straighten that shit up.
Super talented.
If you want to say that, go ahead. I don't think so. I think, whatever. But I thought the same thing when he was coming out of Florida. It was like, how is he a top 4 pick in the draft? All quarterbacks, by the way.
Because, all I'd see him do at Florida is either throw an interception or somehow pull off some craziness.
Like, he's good.
He's the D'Angelo Russell.
I mean, he's built like, exactly. He's built like Cam Newton, but just, I don't know. Somebody said that he was the Deshaun Watson of Cam Newton's.
That's crazy. Yeah.
So, I mean.
I get it.
I don't even know how to wrap my mind around that.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, that is pretty crazy. I mean, him and Derek Dooley do have that similarity, I guess, right?
Yeah.
They
both sit on the sidelines because they're. Well, I don't know. He just said he's injured. That's it. But
he could have like went to the locker room for a few minutes and been like, had to go like. Just hey, some of you trainers, follow me real quick.
Yeah.
But no, he just said. I mean, I guess at least he's honest.
Yeah,
I guess he's honest.
That's most important to the one above, which I get. But man,
the one above would have been like, Anthony, stick it out.
Exactly. Be brave.
I gave you all this talent and strength for a reason.
So I thought LSU was going to beat Texas A&M.
Yeah,
I was wrong.
Yeah,
I thought that was a pretty whack pick, and honestly, on the parlay to put Texas A&M on money line.
Yeah, I mean, might as well have went with the spread, but they were down by 10 at what was it, halftime? They were down 10. It was 17-7 at one point.
Yeah,
they were down 17-7, and
I was talking shit the whole time.
Yeah,
I was kind of front running. I was like, but also when we were down, I was talking shit. So
yeah,
to be quite honest, I just
never really thought that. Is it Garrett Nussmeier?
Yeah,
or Grant?
I think it's Grant.
But Nussmeier's right.
Yeah, Nussmeier. I just like he has all these stats from the smaller teams that he's played throughout the season, and LSU hasn't had the toughest schedule.
Yeah,
they came out week 1 with the loss to USC.
Yeah, pretty close game.
Haven't lost themselves to be frauds.
Yeah, haven't lost since until the other night.
Did Brian Kelly throw a fit again?
I didn't see.
Probably.
If I'm being honest, I don't go out looking for Brian Kelly post game press conferences. But
you're missing out.
Maybe so.
Well, I was talking shit the whole time. I was like, yeah, LSU, they're still going to win. And they didn't, of course, which is not shocking. But honestly, I don't think that this proves that either team is a contender in the college football playoff, if I'm being honest. Texas A&M's about to meet up with Texas, and I'm pretty sure this is their schedule. They play South Carolina next on November 2nd, and then they play New Mexico State, then they play Auburn, then they play Texas. So I don't think they're going to win out. I think they'll at least lose to Texas.
Yeah.
South Carolina may give them a run for their money, but they'll probably win.
I mean, speaking of Texas boys, they got out of Nashville like as fast as they could after that game.
I was at the movies watching it.
Really?
On my phone. Yeah. I saw Smile too. No, it was all right.
Give me Vanderbilt.
Dude, I was so confident, man.
You almost were right, Jacob. If you would have been right about that, you could have been wrong about everything else the rest of the season. I'd still be like, but hey, you got Vanderbilt against Texas. Dude.
Hey, honestly, they
did cover the spread pretty comfortably.
There's 2 drives that kind of changed it, I think, when Pavia threw an interception towards the end. And then also, I think, remember, did you see that? Did you watch it?
I watched most of it.
There was that trick play where Pavia was looking over to the sidelines, like acting like he's okay. Well, it was 4th and 1. He was acting like he was having trouble communicating with the offensive coordinator, the coach. So he's looking over, and all of a sudden they snap it to the running back who's on a jet sweep motion, and they go and get an easy first down.
Nice.
But apparently that's a penalty in college. Illegal formation. Quarterbacks' shoulders were not squared to the line.
Really?
Yeah.
So
they got called back. It was 4th and 6, and they were too close to their end zone, so they punted it. So those 2 possessions, if you don't know if they get that fourth down, they go and score, they win.
Yeah, I've never heard that one.
Me neither.
Go back and look.
Yeah, I mean, literally.
Like, I can understand if he was on the line of scrimmage doing that, maybe, because you can only have so many on the line of scrimmage, but...
He was lined up like it was like a shotgun or pistol.
Because that's what Johnny Manziel did it when he was with the Browns. It was the same play. I don't remember who they were playing, but he went over to the sideline acting like he was trying to get the play in, and then they snap it to the running back or whoever, and they throw it to Johnny Manziel downfield, and he got probably 20 yards. Wasn't a touchdown, but...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember the play.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, if you're Vanderbilt, I'd be pretty happy. I mean...
How many rules do these referees have to learn before they can...
They're lawyers usually.
No, bro, that's what I'm saying after watching the NFL games this weekend.
Like, there are so many...
Thursday night.
I've watched...
that no call?
Yeah.
On that passenger
face
like
mask?
Sam Darnold got his face literally ripped off on live television.
And
shout out Byron Young, who is the one that did it, Ball for Life,
even
baby.
did this after he did it.
Honestly, we get him with a POV. You're Sam Darnold, and I'm the ref. He literally he's
right there.
A clear view. I mean, that's
I didn't see enough of it.
Yeah, he even came out and was like, I just didn't have a good look at it, and all the pictures
right
were
there.
He was looking right at it.
Yeah, that ref's the Anthony Richardson of I don't know, like what's
and hockey leases.
Yeah.
He got tired. He's yawning.
Exactly.
Didn't see it.
Exactly. Too honest.
He's just ready to get home, man. He didn't want that game going to overtime.
Dude, I guess. That's insane. So did they lost that game, right?
Yeah, the Rams won 30-20.
So was that one or two games Minnesota's dropped?
2 in a row.
2, yeah.
2 in a row? Okay. Because I knew last time we talked they had not had that. But also...
2 in a row after their bye week, I'm pretty sure.
Oh,
so they had their bye week, and now they haven't won in 3 weeks now.
Gotcha. Wow. So, I mean, you got
typical Vikings.
Game losing plays, and then you got game winning plays. So, Jaden Daniels, anyone?
Oh, yeah. What were you saying a couple weeks ago?
Well, I forgot I said it. That edit you made was so sick, though.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it? I was so proud of that one.
Yeah, but I do think he's the MVP of the league. Is that still true, you think?
I mean, it's more true now, for sure.
It's more justified.
Definitely rookie of the year by far.
For sure.
I can go look at the MVP odds to get it a little updated. But
I saw a comment that said that's what Dak was like in his rookie year. That he was like really good and almost like a savior.
He was carried by the rest of the team.
Was he?
Because Zeke, was still in his prime.
Okay.
Jaden Daniels has moved into the top 5 as far as odds go.
For MVP?
Yeah, now it's Josh Allen at number 1, plus 270. Lamar Jackson, 370. Patrick Mahomes, 500. Jared Goff, 600.
Okay. Hold on. Stop right there. Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah. Well, he was number 1 2 weeks ago when we talked about it. That's what Griffin was saying.
Dude.
He's like, why?
Literally. He's.
And I figured some crap would go down after how they beat the Raiders yesterday. Like, here he comes. He's back.
I literally saw a comment and it was so true. It said
Travis Kelce's back after we talked all that shit.
Nope.
He had a pretty good game.
Okay.
Scored a touchdown finally, first one of the year.
Wow.
Took you what? 8 weeks?
I saw
9
a comment.
Weeks?
I saw a comment that said this Patrick Mahomes this year is literally 2015 Peyton Manning.
Yeah, he did. Didn't he go to the Super Bowl?
Don't you compare those two ever?
But the person on the reply was like, yeah, unfortunately Peyton won the Super Bowl that year. But not unfortunately for us Peyton fans, more unfortunately the fact that Patrick Mahomes can play
Peyton
this.
sat out, what was it, 2 to 4 games for old Osweiler?
Yeah. Brock Osweiler. One of the tallest quarterbacks in NFL history.
6'7"?
Yeah.
Or 6'8", something like that.
He's
in the press box now.
Yeah.
Saw him calling a game the other day.
But literally, Patrick Mahomes could play this bad. It's stupid he's in MVP talks, but he could also very well win a ring this year.
Yeah.
Because of I think his defense has definitely bailed him out. So
yeah.
I don't get how he's top 5. Is he the most valuable player on the Kansas City Chiefs?
Yeah.
Right now? Is what I'm saying?
I mean, who else would you say above Patrick Mahomes?
Maybe Chris Jones, but I haven't
I'd
seen
have to go look at his stats. Yeah.
Daniel Jones has a better MVP case.
I don't know about that.
Sorry, my hot takes are a little too hot.
A little too hot. It came fresh.
Scorching. Like it hurts. It's so hot. Okay.
Did y'all see the Boise State game Friday night?
I watched bits and pieces of it.
Yeah, I didn't get to watch it, but
I didn't watch it.
the line was 3 points. They won by 5.
Yeah, we squeaked it out.
Genty had like 33 carries, almost 200 yards and 1 touchdown. So
It was 128.
Yeah, so I think it was like 128,
Because I was
126.
freaking out.
It was like a
after the game.
subpar-
I was like, dear God, I got to check it.
For Genty standards, it's
Yeah.
a subpar performance, which
on 33 carries, but I'm sure New Mexico State it was UNLV.
Yeah.
UNLV probably, had better players than most of the teams Boise State's played.
so that I think he's dropped out of the top.
Hot
three
take is
in the
UNLV's defense better than Oregon's.
Maybe they just had a better game plan.
Yeah.
But does it, I think Genty has dropped out of the Heisman, the top 3 at least. 'Cause I think Travis Hunter.
That's literally a joke.
Here on FanDuel, it's Dylan Gabriel number 1,
They've literally already wrote it out.
Travis Hunter number 2,
Travis Hunter, yeah.
Cam Ward, then Ashton Genty.
Yeah. That's what I thought.
That's wild that one game. I mean, he still had 128.
I stay reading comments. Literally, someone said that. They said Genty's going to have one bad game in quotes,
Yeah.
like for his standards.
And he still ran for 130 yards. Like,
Yeah. And then he'll drop out because running backs, generally do not win the award. So if they're not absolutely hitting, such an unbelievable standard and stat line, they ain't going to win it. So,
I mean, he's still on pace to hit an unbelievable stat line. For sure.
I know, but I'm saying like even more.
Like this man is going to outrush the last 4 running back Heisman winners and not get it.
And possibly even break the all-time, single season all-time rushing record.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Well,
Clip that out. That was bad.
he deserves it. I mean, did y'all see that what Travis Hunter was doing on offense and defense?
Yeah. I mean, Travis Hunter.
I get he plays both sides of the ball, but he's literally Colorado's whole team at this point.
Yeah. I mean,
But isn't that the point?
Like
right?
when you bring up Colorado, you're not talking about Shadur, you're talking about
But
Travis.
is Heisman an MVP equal? Like, is that equal to MVP?
it is the collegiate MVP.
So
award.
would you? I mean, is he the most valuable player for his team?
I think if anybody had a chance to be up there with Genty, it would be Travis Hunter, just because he does do offense, defense. Like Travis
And he's
said,
effective on both.
yeah, we've never seen that before. He's a starter both sides. When he gets the ball, it's in the end zone, and when he's on defense, he'll go take the ball from anybody. So, I mean, he's definitely
he's a dog, but
Travis Hunter be rolling in his grave if he heard what Anthony Richardson was saying about being tired.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Even though he's still alive.
We don't have to get back on Anthony Richardson. I could talk about him for forever.
You get what I'm saying,
But
though.
yeah,
I mean, you're literally gassed on both
I mean,
ends.
I played football for 10 years, obviously not at the collegiate or NFL level, so I don't
Really?
know. I don't know what it's like. Yeah, obviously. I don't know what it's like to play in the NFL, but
Really?
I have
I'm
never
sorry, just kidding.
I've never seen something like that.
Me neither.
Like,
That's,
I don't know.
but I've also never seen someone play both sides of the ball like that either.
Yeah.
I mean, that's special.
I mean, Jabril Peppers a little bit, even though
Do you think
Jabril
they
Peppers.
Do you think
What
they
was
let
his
him?
Jabril Peppers. He played at Michigan.
That's cool. I'm sorry, that name, I just had to hear it a few
Do you
times.
think that
Sounded
they
good.
would let Travis Hunter play both sides in the NFL?
No.
Whatever team
No
drafts him?
way.
No way, yeah.
There ain't no
I don't
way.
agree.
So which one would he be? Would he be?
Whichever one they think he's better
Honestly, I
quarterback
think he's
or-
a better corner.
I think
I
so
ain't
too.
gonna lie.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just so good on offense. I mean, they could probably throw in packages that have him.
Yeah.
Well, didn't J.J. Watt play both at some points?
I think there were times where they were on the goal line,
They
bring him
throw
in as
him in
an
a fullback
extra,
or a tight end.
Yeah.
So, I
extra
mean, you
blocker.
may see stuff like that, some different packages.
Yeah.
But
to be
consistently,
a full-time starter
No.
on both sides.
No.
Yeah, I
Hell
don't
no.
think so.
NFL's too talented. Too many people.
Too talented, and also like he's gonna be getting the same salary. Like his salary's not gonna be more because he plays both sides.
Yeah.
So for his sake, it'd probably be safer to play just one side.
Yeah. That makes sense. But can you
know.
argue that right now, I guess?
I mean, no, he's gonna do and say what he wants right now.
Yeah.
But as far as like, I think I saw a mock draft that put him with the Patriots,
Oh, okay.
and
Dang, Joe Milton. No.
yeah, but I don't see the Patriots doing that, especially if they still have Bill Belichick. But
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Mayo might not be their head coach next year.
Really?
I mean, he's off to a bad start.
What are they 2-6?
Yeah, or 2
No, they
2-5.
they beat the Jets.
Wasn't
Right?
that
They just beat the
was
Jets.
that?
Yeah.
Did you send that meme? I don't know if it was you or whatever, but it was like low expectations, or it was something. It was like the Jets and the Jets and the Patriots shaking hands because they both have 2-5, 2-6
That's
records.
right.
Yeah.
It was like surprise. No, I don't know. It was like just low records or something, but it was a funny meme. Sorry.
Yeah, the Jets, man. God, hate to see it.
Aren't they 2-6?
Yeah, they suck. They just lost to the Patriots.
The wheel of what Aaron Rodgers and who he's going to blame for this week's loss.
Yeah.
Just quick spin.
I hate to say it. A-Rod does not look too good.
He looked washed.
He looks a little old. He looks a little washed is a good way to put it. Cooked.
Old head. Old bag
head.
of bones.
But, I mean,
I keep going all day.
The main stat that he just keeps happening is the amount of interceptions that he throws. And Aaron Rodgers' whole career has been based around throwing touchdowns and not even about the amount of touchdowns he throws, because normally they're not like crazy numbers, but his interception numbers are always like super, super low. And this year he's had multiple games where he's just throwing interceptions or multiple interceptions. Yeah. I hate to see it. I'm glad he's not with the Packers doing this, but
that's true. Yeah. I mean, that sucks.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just probably time to hang it up.
He'll probably give it one more year.
Maybe he gives it one more year and he's still reeling in from the injury. I doubt that. That's an excuse. But
I mean, there's just always so many changes in the Jets organization from year to year. It's hard to find any type of consistency in that team, that whole organization. But
for sure. Yeah. I mean, it's like LeBron, any organization he's a part of, the head coach.
Yeah.
But we'll get into that later.
Yeah.
The Lakers look good.
I think we got a coach.
Yeah, for sure. Hot Pockets. Yeah. He's gone. You like that?
I don't.
Darvin Ham, they called him Hot Pockets.
Oh, really?
Because his hands are always in his pockets.
Yeah.
Oh, and that clip, I think I may have referred to it before. He's talking about their defense. He's like, "You're playing good defense. Salute."
Yeah.
Like, come on, bro.
He was a clown.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I can't wait to get into that later. But yeah.
Well, boys, a result from a game this week that we did not want to see happen. Navy got absolutely obliterated by Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Hate to see it. Hate to say it.
Was that their first real challenge?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. 7-0 looked good.
Yeah.
But once you run it.
You know who else is out of the top 25 that I don't think should be?
Vandy.
Exactly.
Yeah, because I told
Even
Mackenzie.
my dad was confused about that.
I mean, they were at
won.
they were at number 25.
Yeah.
So to lose, like, they're gonna drop back some probably, but it was such a impressive win, like a moral victory.
Yeah.
That they should at least stayed at 25.
I told Mackenzie, I was like, she said, "Oh, they're not gonna be ranked anymore," and I was like, "Ain't no way."
Yeah. And Texas only dropped back one spot.
Yeah.
I wholeheartedly believe that they weren't gonna drop out because they've had such a good year.
Yeah. Tennessee has a game like that against Vanderbilt. We see what happens with us. We drop back 5-6 spots.
I'm gonna be looking forward to it.
Yeah.
I really am. It's gonna be a good game.
It will be a good game. It will be.
Yeah.
I think so.
That's unfortunate. I hate.
Is it in Nashville though? That's the real question.
I mean, Nashville, Knoxville, same thing when Tennessee plays, but we got fans all over the state. But also Ohio State barely beat Nebraska. They were favored by 25 and a half, I think.
Wow.
They needed a touchdown in the last minute and then a stop on the goal line to win by 5 or 6.
What are they at number 4 in the country still?
Yeah.
I cannot stand Ohio State.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Ohio State's just so bad. They're so bad, dude. I can't. But
so this week, obviously, we have Tennessee and Kentucky. We talked about that a little bit already. line, like I said, 15.5, boys. How we feeling going into this game? Is this a confident 15.5?
Yes.
Like we
just
mentioned?
execute and you'll reap the benefits.
Yeah. What do you think?
Don't do
Rick?
anything stupid. Please.
Hopefully, no injuries. Obviously, that's every week. But like I said, I've said it before. I don't bet on my teams. It's a 7:45 kickoff Saturday night, 15.5 right now.
Okay.
Number 7 Tennessee hosts unranked Kentucky in the all black unis, blackout in Neyland Stadium. I'm assuming. I don't think that's been announced, but yeah, I think it's gonna be another banger. I'll never forget that Tennessee game two years ago on Halloween where we just dog walked Kentucky the whole time.
Yep.
Dog walked the Cats.
We were playing that gig at the pool place.
Oh my God.
You remember that?
Yeah.
Oh, I was less of we. It was more side reel. Right.
Yeah.
Was playing, and
At
I
the
think
time,
I think
yeah.
I played drums for another band, but literally it was on a big. It was at like a pool hall. It was not even a bar or anything. It was in Sevierville,
Oh, really?
and there was a big
That's cool.
projection of the game. And after I was done drumming, I just went and watched it, and we were just dominating, dude.
Yeah, dude, it was awesome.
Yeah.
I was in Nashville watching that one.
So, what do you predict the score will be? The final score?
I think we break 30.
Okay.
I think we break 30. I'm going to say 38 to Kentucky's 14 or 17.
Okay, I can back that.
That's what, 21 points?
Okay,
So-
Griffin.
I'm going to say 30, 38, 17. But I want to see 30 carries on the ground.
That's fair.
By
Collectively-
Dylan collectively? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say 42 to 10. It's gonna be like
like,
an
I
NC
know-
State almost.
I know we've gone so many weeks without scoring a
That-
single point in the first half.
We're due for it.
That
But I
changes.
feel like,
Yeah.
second half we score, 17, 20 points. I just feel like we unlock something in that second half against Alabama.
Yeah,
The
Confidence.
the confidence in the play calls, the confidence in the throws, the confidence in the line that we've got.
mm-hmm.
They outperformed Alabama's front
Yeah.
seven,
yeah,
especially in the second half. I don't know. Hopefully we unlock something, and I think we take it to Kentucky no problem
for sure.
this weekend.
For
Plus, I said it before. People said that way to jinx it. We are undefeated the week that we do a podcast before a game.
Please,
So,
let's keep that going, guys.
yeah, I'm calling it right now. And if we lose to Kentucky, we'll
Season's
never make another podcast. No, I'm joking.
No,
I'm joking.
hell
I'm joking.
no.
I ain't gonna do that. But
Season's over though. If we lose
Yeah.
Kentucky, no.
Yeah.
oh
playoff,
yeah.
like
there's
nothing.
no the wind in our sails will be there will be no wind.
Yeah,
No wind.
for real.
But another what is
Penn
normally
State versus Ohio.
Oh, is that
State.
this week?
Yes.
I didn't even see
Big noon
that one.
kickoff. It
Sorry, I
should
got
be
the
a-
full schedule, and I
It
was
should,
like,
it should be a night game. But
yeah,
it's big
but
noon kickoff.
Yeah, that's what the Big Ten does. But,
Yep.
yeah.
Stupid.
Penn State can do it this year. They could.
I still think they're frauds.
I mean, exactly. I mean, it's the battle of
The battle of the frauds.
Exactly.
Who's the most fraudiest?
Yeah. I'm gonna say Penn State absolutely dominates Ohio State.
At home.
Yeah.
The Nittany
I'm gonna say
Lions.
35 to 3.
Oh, shit. All right. So Jacob's got Penn State in that one. The line is -3.5 for the visiting Buckeyes. Number 4 at number 3. It is a big game. It is a
Yeah.
big game. Do I think Ohio State goes into Penn State and wins by 4 points? I don't think so. Give me Penn State plus 3.5.
Okay.
What's the over under? Probably like
Over,
60
under.
something, right?
46.5. So they're expecting a 24 to 20 type of game.
Yeah.
27
I'm expecting a
21.
35 to 3 type game. What do you think, Griffin?
I'm
That
gonna
would
say
be
I'm
the
gonna say
under.
31-20 Buckeyes.
Okay.
31-20
That's cool.
Buckeyes. All right.
All right. Well, we'll see. I'm gonna win, of course.
We got the Nittany Lions.
I'm
He's
just
got
kidding.
the Buckeyes. Griffin is a big Ohio State fan, if y'all didn't know.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, the other game is we got Florida.
Yeah.
Miami. I'm sorry, Miami versus Duke. That's not going to be a big time
Well,
game.
what's Duke's record? I know they started off 5-0, but have they?
I think they've lost 2 games.
They wrecked the ship at this point.
Yeah, I think they are. They've lost 2 games.
One thing that I do know about Duke is they have a very, for Duke standards and ACC standards, they got a pretty good defense.
Okay.
Miami is favored by 20.5 at home.
Miami probably take that one.
That's a noon kickoff as well.
I would like it to be a close game, kind of like that.
See, I
that
feel
Louisville game.
I feel like it'll be like that.
Yeah.
Because I'm not sure how
more of a
Miami's
shootout.
defense will look against an SEC team.
Yeah.
Or even a Big Ten team, for that matter.
We didn't talk about this last week, and I got some flack for it. This is a big matchup.
From who?
She who shall not be named.
Okay.
We didn't talk about Miami and Florida State last week, a big rivalry game. They were favored by 21 points or so and ended up winning by, I think it was 36-7, something like that.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, on
So-
this podcast, we do not talk about Florida State.
I think we did.
That's true.
I think we
Because
did.
they suck.
I think we did talk about them, and we talked
They're
about shit.
1-7.
At the beginning of the season, yeah.
Yeah.
We called Florida State being awful in week 1.
Yeah.
So after we watched, because we filmed the podcast, 2 days after the
That Georgia Tech game.
Georgia Tech game, week 0.
Week 0, yeah.
But yeah,
Florida State, man, what a decline. Aren't they like 1-7, 1-8? 1-7?
Only win is at Cal.
yeah.
That's crazy.
And Cal's not a bad team, but
Cal, they almost beat Miami, didn't
yeah,
they?
yeah,
So, I mean,
yeah. Miami had to come back like 18 points.
yeah.
So give me Miami to cover against Duke. I guess 20.5 seems like a lot. I think Duke's defense might be a little bit better than that, but will their offense have enough firepower to keep up with Cam Ward?
Yeah.
Doubt it.
Give me Duke winning 21-17.
She who shall not be named says you always go against whatever she thinks.
For real?
yeah.
That's so funny.
Y'all would love each other if you met, but you would butt heads a lot.
Oh, I'd be so nice. I'm just saying.
She's like, he hates on Miami, he hates on the Dolphins, he hates on Luke Combs.
okay, but those are all very.
Hey, did y'all see that thing?
Those are all very easy things to
Church?
hate. I'm sorry. You're
Did y'all
setting
see
yourself
that
up.
thing Eric Church and Luke Combs
Yeah,
put on last
that
night?
fundraiser.
That's amazing.
That was really cool. Yeah.
What was it? I missed
I
it.
think it was a big. Was it?
It was
the
a
Panthers?
big. It was in Bank of America Field in Charlotte. They did
Oh.
a big benefit for the state of North
I think
Carolina.
like what? 20,
Oh, that's cool.
Did it say 24 million or something?
24.5 mils. How much money they ended up
Wow.
raising?
That's awesome.
Better than the government.
That's what I was just about to say.
Let's move past it.
And
That's what I was about to say.
Luke, in one of his speeches, is like, "We're sending all that money straight to the top of that damn mountain."
Yeah. No,
And
that's
I mean,
good,
as an
man.
East Tennessean, that hit me a little bit.
Yeah.
Were you in tears on Instagram?
A little bit.
Gotcha.
Teared up scrolling through the reels.
I mean, it's amazing what
Yeah, it is.
musicians can come together and do
I was just
that
messing,
the government
dude. I'm sorry.
won't do.
I was just messing, but it's
Yeah.
like on Instagram, like obviously brings tears to your eye. The next one's like a booty shaking, just and then
What is your algorithm, sir?
no, I'm just saying. But then the next one's like I like the disturbing comments videos.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It just flames the video. Yeah, that's what mine would be. But
Well,
yeah,
we've got a new team in the top 10, the Aggies of Texas A&M going to South Carolina, favored 2.5 points
Yeah.
are the Aggies.
I think they'll Texas A&M probably win, but I think South Carolina, if they play like how they played Alabama,
Yeah.
That's what I'm
it could be a good
anticipating to happen.
it'd just be a good game. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
What side are you taking?
Texas A&M.
What about you, Griff?
I'm gonna roll with South Carolina on this.
I
one.
like that. I like
Let's
that.
put
too.
A&M on upset watch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like we said, boys, LSU and A&M are both frauds. LSU is the fraudiest of the frauds. No, that would be Missouri. But LSU are frauds. So are Texas A&M. And I think the Gamecocks bring it to them. I think the
Let's
Cocks
hope.
bring it to them.
I would love to see them drop that and then Texas at the end of the year. Get them out of the SEC championship race. Like, what the hell are we doing?
Yeah. No, Texas A&M should not be
Get them out of
in
there.
the championship
You
game.
lost to Notre Dame. Like, I don't even want to hear it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. God. Another good game is Ole Miss and Arkansas. Ole Miss kind of been on a downward spiral, haven't they? Ever since they lost to Kentucky.
Yeah.
I mean, they looked all right against Oklahoma,
Yeah.
but I mean, they could have
But
done
that's
so
easy
much
for
more
any team.
on offense than they did. I mean, they only put up 26.
They didn't
Really?
cover.
Yeah.
They were expected to win by like 20, and they won by 12, something like that, 14.
Yeah.
But it was versus Oklahoma, right? And Oklahoma has just been they've been on an even worse downward spiral than Ole Miss, and they just barely scraped that one out. Yeah, honestly, Arkansas could pull off what they did against us, against Tennessee. I could see it happening.
I mean, they did put up 54 on Mississippi State last week.
Yeah. That's right.
So their offense don't need to be slept on. I know we only gave up 19.
Dude,
but
give me Arkansas.
yeah.
I'm thinking Arkansas is going to win. I'm sorry.
Because I'm assuming it's probably like in the 50s.
What,
I'm trying to find
the
that.
over-under?
There are so many games on Saturday, boys.
That's right.
There's so many.
I think Arkansas wins by like 10 points, I'd say.
I was going to say 3 or 7.
That's fair.
Mhm.
But I think maybe at the end, like they go down, like maybe they'll be close and then they get a possession at the end and they just go in.
So Ole Miss at Arkansas, Rebels favored by 7.5.
Yeah.
Over under 53.5.
Wow.
And the percentages on the odds are split.
I honestly say like 37-27.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
I feel like
Arkansas.
if Arkansas can do to the Ole Miss offense what they did to the Tennessee offense, I think if Arkansas's defense has a good day, 7.5 is way too much.
Yeah.
If Ole Miss comes out firing and looking like they got stuff on a roll, then 7.5 is not enough at all.
No,
Because, I mean, even Lane looks a little shaky on the sideline right now.
like,
Because, I mean, at one point in that game, they got a sideline warning.
oh,
And I
really?
saw Kiffin just straight up push one of his assistants back.
He pulled a Kirby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did Georgia play anyone last weekend?
They may have been on a bye week.
I think they may have. I'll
Go
look.
check. Another interesting matchup, now that I'm looking at the line, North Carolina at Florida State. Tar Heels minus 2.5.
Was it North Carolina?
I don't think North Carolina's good. We all know Florida State's bad. A lot of the money is on North Carolina. 2.5 isn't a lot of points.
Yeah.
Florida State's lost this many. I wouldn't put it past them to lose another few.
Because I was going to say, I know the quarterback position for North Carolina's been a little shaky because
Has
their
it?
starter he broke his leg week 1
Gotcha.
against Minnesota. And they
They let
somehow
up
squeaked that
70 on their defense let up 70 against James Madison. 70-50 was that final.
one out. Yeah.
Also, Georgia was on a bye week.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, they got Florida this week. The tailgate game, or what do they call that? It's in Jacksonville. They always play in Jacksonville.
Oh, it's something party.
Yeah, largest
Like-
tailgate party.
Is-
Or
like-
I don't
does
know.
Florida Georgia line always play it too?
I don't
Like,
know.
that would be my guess. That they always play
No,
it.
don't let that band anywhere near the pod, dude.
The what?
Don't let that band, don't even say the name.
Dude, they have a few good songs, okay? Look.
Yeah, 10 years ago.
Yeah, okay. That's fair. No, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
They're washed now, right? Army plays Air Force. Look, Army will probably win that one.
Well, Navy did dismantle Air Force when they played them, so
So,
I'm assuming
Yeah.
it'll be a big Army W.
22.5 is Army's favoritism.
Yep.
All the money is on Army to cover. Over under 41.5. Might want to hit the under on that.
Yeah.
Is Army going to put up 40?
I doubt it.
Is their defense going to keep Air Force off the board?
I doubt it.
I think so. So,
I doubt it'll go
yeah,
over is what I mean.
yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm going to go ahead and hit that button so I don't forget it. Under 41.5. And it's going to be 41-0 after the first quarter now that I did that.
Yep.
Upset watch. Oklahoma plays Maine.
Uh-oh.
You think they'll figure out their QB situation?
no.
Oh, that would be so funny.
See,
Why are these SEC
Who's
teams
making the
playing-
schedule?
Yeah, why are they playing
Like-
Maine? I saw where Missouri was playing at Maine like 3 weeks ago.
That's so funny. That's great. I don't know
What
why.
SEC school plays at Maine? Like, I've never seen that before in
It's
my
usually
life.
them paying.
Yeah, exactly.
to come
Are there
down here.
stands like holding 15,000?
I don't know.
Is that how big it is?
I didn't even see it, but I just looked. I was at work and I just saw Missouri and Maine. I was like, oh, they got a cupcake. And then I saw Missouri was the away team. I was like, what the hell?
Like at this point, the SEC is so strong. Just schedule the Big 12. Schedule the Mountain West. Schedule the ACC for God's sake.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah,
that was almost like
do something.
Being starting a dynasty on the video game, and you're Maine, and you're just trying to like up your record and your strength of schedule. So you invite Missouri. Yeah. I don't know, dude. That was weird to see. But
Oregon versus Michigan. That's a rivalry, ain't it? Or is it not?
I mean, it is. It's a new conference game.
Okay.
Yeah. So they are in the same conference now. I don't think there's like a big rivalry there.
Okay.
Oregon at the Big House minus 15.5.
Is that
favorites.
upset watch? Michigan doesn't look too good, but also, I mean, you could. Texas did go in there and dismantle them.
Because I didn't see
all the money's on Oregon
of the Michigan State game, but I did hear there was a fight at the end of that.
And
so they might have some players suspended.
Well, and that Michigan, and that Michigan quarterback was like calling Michigan State little bro and all that stuff, talking all that shit for a team that is completely dropped out of the rankings. To be honest, I mean, I don't know how you sit up there and talk all that.
Just gonna go ahead and say the national championship is fraudulent.
It was very. That's why do you think Jim Harbaugh got the hell out of there so quick? You know, and when he's discussing his new contract, he was trying to put a clause in there like that he can't be. I don't know if it was like punished or something, or held responsible for any of the sign stealing scandals.
I don't know.
Yeah, he's a crook. But
I would agree.
Give me Michigan beating Oregon.
Any other
upset watch.
College football games y'all want to talk about?
I mean, do y'all think Oregon's going to win? You didn't.
I'm gonna take Oregon for Boise State's sake.
I don't know if 15.5 is a lot, but I'd take Oregon in that one.
Oregon will probably win. I would just like to see Michigan beat them just to throw a wrench into things. You know what I mean? I think that's about it. I mean, you have Pitt and SMU. I mean, that's really besides Tennessee or Kentucky. That's the last one.
Let me see. Let me see what that line is because that's kind of interesting. Pitt is 8-0. SMU is 7-1. Both in the ACC.
Where's SMU located out of?
Dallas.
Oh, Texas.
Really? Oh, okay. Yeah. When I was doing some sports betting last year, I would always pick them, and they were pretty consistent. But
SMU at home.
Yeah.
SMU at home favors 7.5. And most of all the money is on Pitt to cover 7.5.
That's gonna be a good
in
game
the 90th percentile. Boys, I will say, I was right, but I wasn't all the way right. The Packers did have a trap game against the Jaguars, but Malik Willis came in and saved the day at the end.
Is he your new shining prince?
I mean, you could. What's below a prince? What's the ranking?
Gesture,
below?
knight in shining armor.
Jack?
He is the knight in shining armor of the Green Bay Packers. I will say that 100%.
Okay.
Jordan Love.
Who's your princess?
My princess. I don't know. I don't know if I could use anybody from the Packers as my princess.
Okay.
But Jordan Love went out in the third quarter with a groin injury. So
shit, he is.
I thought it was a knee injury when he went out.
He's on fumes this year.
Yeah. But Malik Willis came in, played perfectly.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Was he playing that game manager type role, or was he doing even more?
He had a couple throws down the field that were right on the money.
Cool.
One that set up a game, but I feel like Matt LaFleur has so much more fun calling plays because he has to involve so much motion pre-snap and misdirection, and you got a quarterback that is known. I mean, he feel like he does. I will say there's an interesting stat. The Green Bay Packers have the most interceptions, and the Packers also have the most interceptions. They have thrown the most interceptions, and they have intercepted the ball on defense the most.
My mind was so blown for a second.
Did I hear that right?
Yeah, no, it's.
I was like, this man, he's
it's like
our defense.
Thrown the most interceptions and also thrown the most interceptions.
I was like, we heard you, bro. We heard you.
No, but the Packers defense is something serious. We take the ball away from everybody. Even had a forced fumble on Trevor Lawrence, got the ball in the red zone. So Josh Jacobs came to play, 2 touchdowns. Tough test this week.
Who are they playing?
Detroit.
Yep. Who just
4:30 kickoff.
literally obliterated the Titans yesterday.
Trap game? I don't know.
Who said that?
Me. I'm saying maybe this is a trap game for the Lions.
What, them playing the Packers?
Yeah. Especially if Jordan Love doesn't play. I hadn't looked at the line yet. Let me go look at that.
Bro, Detroit wins easy.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm sorry. Detroit wins by like
honestly,
10 points.
if I had a Super Bowl favorite right now, it'd be Detroit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't
really
argue for
good.
that.
Like Jared Goff's playing out of his mind for some reason.
It's at Lambeau. Lions favored 3.5. I'm guessing I haven't seen any injury updates about Love, but 3.5. I mean, they came to
Is that
Green Bay last year and demolished us, and then we went to Detroit and did the same to them. So
Yeah.
I know when groin injuries usually happen, guys can be out for a little while depending on the severity. Like LeBron in 2019.
I had some groin injuries in high school. They're not
Oh,
fun.
did you?
Yeah.
What is it? There's like a muscle right there. Is that
It's
what it
like
is?
a tendon around
Oh.
the joint, kind of.
Gotcha.
You sit crisscross applesauce, you can kind of see it a little bit, but not that I do that. Type of
Oh yeah, you're here editing the podcast. You're just Mr. Fruity Tooty.
I do like to cross my legs like
No, but you know what I mean. Like,
Yeah.
Oh wait, you said crisscross applesauce.
Yeah, where
I was
the
I
legs
was
are
talking
wide.
about like
No.
this, but like tight. You know, like,
Yeah. No, I know what you're saying.
apologies.
Yeah, so Packers and Lions. Who y'all got? I guess Lions.
I'm gonna
I
say
hate to
Lions,
say it, but yeah, I'm
but
gonna
not
take
not
the
easily.
Lions.
I'm not gonna say easily.
Yeah.
I'm not
I
gonna
mean, our-
disrespect that much.
Regardless if Love plays or not, our defense is the real deal. So
Yeah.
Oh, that's the strong suit.
we could definitely hopefully have a good enough game. I mean, Detroit's offense is just so good though. They've I don't know 3 or 4 games they've had 24 touchdowns and 20 incomplete passes. It's crazy.
That's crazy. So they're just solid as a rock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's hard to win against those types.
They
of
hung
teams.
50 on the Titans, which is a professional football team. So
and they dismantled Dallas.
I even said the Titans defense is pretty
The
good.
Titans scored more than Dallas did.
That's crazy.
Any tennis plays, boys?
No, that's crazy. I did see the tennis movie, The Challengers, with Zendaya and those 2 dudes that were kissing on her in that trailer. You know
Oh,
what I'm
really?
talking about?
That's what
I-
trailer that movie was
Yeah,
for?
it was-
I
a
think
tennis movie.
I saw some memes that were like
Tom
Holland
Holland.
was punching air when he saw that.
Yeah, and then and then one of his movies, he was getting like messed up probably
Yeah.
by another dude from behind. So he had a little.
We've got
We had a rough streak there.
we've got a very riveting game going on right now, boys. Going into the 2-minute warning, the Steelers lead the Giants 9-6.
Wow, that's a shootout.
Yeah.
Awful.
Speaking of shootouts, I guess y'all saw the high-scoring affair between the Bears and Commanders last night, right?
Hey, exciting and high scoring. They don't have to be the
I'm
same.
not gonna lie, like as low scoring as it was, that game was exciting and it was a good game.
Yeah.
Like
Well-
both offenses kind of looked like. I mean, the Commanders' offense looked good. They were able to move the ball down the field, but when it got to the red zone, they had to settle for field goals every time. The Bears' offense looked like absolute dog water for 3 quarters, and then Caleb Williams turned it on in the 4th and made it a real good game.
Yeah.
They
He
had
handed
the,
it off at the goal line. Remember, it
Yeah.
fumbled.
They had the game won, and then did y'all see the safety for the Bears like waving at the crowd and
Yeah.
telling them
Number
to-
29.
telling them to
God
shush?
bless.
He was like doing this. And
Number 29.
Yeah, and as the ball was snapped, didn't even have his he had his back turned to the play, and still had enough time to react. And
He tipped it.
yeah, he's the one that knocked it back to the guy who's supposed to be covering. So,
If he doesn't tap it, if he just does this the whole time,
yeah, it might not. And maybe he was supposed to stay. Maybe that was the game plan. And he went a little rogue with it.
I mean, I can't.
Distract the crowd.
Yeah.
But the thing that killed me the most was that you get in the video from the angle, the fan angle, you could see Bears fans like telling him to turn around and play. Like I don't know. I'm so glad I'm not a Bears
Oh
fan.
my
Oh my god! So many comments were so upset. You know, they're like, this team, I cannot stand being a Bears fan.
Well,
I couldn't either.
On my Instagram, this Bears fan that makes content will every now and again pop up on my feed of him watching the game. And he's like, yes, no, yes, no.
It's the most up and down.
Just seeing that man go through that torture every week.
But haven't the Bears been historically bad for the last 20 years or so?
Oh, yeah. I mean, they made it to the Super Bowl in 2008, 2009.
Lost to old Peyton.
Lost to the Colts.
So
that was the game that Devin Hester opened it up with a kick
It was
return.
raining, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Was that when Prince did the
Purple
halftime
Rain?
show?
I don't know. Maybe
Because it was raining for his.
I think it was in Miami.
Oh, okay.
I mean, not that has anything to do with it,
but regardless, but like, is it not encouraging to see, you know, the Bears actually have a good quarterback?
Yeah.
And
for
like
them,
you know.
Well, I mean, how Justin Fields look in his first year.
Yeah.
And then it was
did he start out strong?
I don't get how you could lead your team to be 4-2 and get benched.
Yeah.
Dude, Daniel Jones is so bad. I'm sorry. No, sorry. We have the game on the TV.
I knew last week was an outlier, Pittsburgh. You can't lie to me.
Yeah. Yeah, they caught the Jets off guard, I guess.
Russell Wilson has 1 or 2 good games a year.
Now the Bears have to play at Arizona this week. Arizona pick'em favorites -1.5. Look at the stats. 60% of the money on Chicago. I mean, the Cardinals, like I said last week, they're a team that can beat anybody on any given week, and they can also lose to anybody on any given week. So
Facts. Yeah.
I don't know. I guess give me the Bears in that one.
Yeah, bounce back for Bears.
They've got to bounce back. This is like a must-win for the Bears because if you look at their schedule, it is absolutely horrendous.
Really?
Their schedule is awful. Like for the rest of the year, they got the Packers twice, they got the Lions twice. I think they got the Vikings. I don't think they played a division game yet. I think they got all 3 teams twice, and then you got teams like San Francisco and maybe Seattle, I think.
Is San Francisco, are they still struggling with their injuries though?
Well, they beat well, we listed off all those. Oh God, we got to get into the parlay. We listed all the injuries that they had going into the end of last week. And then Deebo Samuel, who was in the hospital earlier in the week, he played. George Kittle played. He caught a touchdown. I think 1 or 2 others actually played. If I would have knew that going in, maybe I wouldn't have said, I feel good about the Cowboys plus 4.5.
Okay, new rule. The Cowboys are never touching
blacklist.
Oh, yeah.
Put them on the blacklist. That's a great idea.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man. Honestly, I blame that on y'all.
Hey.
I blame it on both of you.
Yeah, because all of our stuff hit, right?
Yeah, no, I blame the parlay loss on you two. Because y'all let me.
Clip it. The gaslighting's crazy.
I'm going to be honest, though. I guess I was just not seeing the field well because my other pick was going to be Houston to cover 5.5, and they won by 3. So to a team that their quarterback said, I'm tired.
Honestly, though, it's like, it's all professional. We bet it on college.
Yeah, true.
So, I mean, you could argue that it's harder to do professional sports.
Well, I got some news for you. My pick this week is in the NFL. So
here we go.
All right, let's do you want to do a pick real quick?
I can. Y'all got picks ready?
Yeah, sure.
Let me see that phone.
There we go. You want college NFL?
Let's do college this week.
Okay.
So
not the NBA.
I'm gonna do 2 picks.
Of course you are.
1 football, 1 basketball.
You gotta pay attention to the dates. It starts off tomorrow night.
I'm letting my FanDuel load. But
there's a lot of games on Friday.
Obviously, I'm going to take Tennessee money line. What is that? It's been in there the whole time.
Really?
Yeah.
We got some
moth wasp. Yeah. Weird.
What is it? Is that a mosquito?
Bro. That could
get out of here, dog.
Anyways, I guess I can start us off.
So I'm gonna have Tennessee winning. Straight money line.
I don't bet on my teams, man.
Well, but that's my pick.
I know. But I'm going to have to put money on it.
That's fine.
Okay.
You already know Tennessee's going to win.
Yeah, they're not now that I'm betting on them.
Oh, right. Yeah, okay.
That's what happens.
See, I'm doing the same thing. I was going to take Boise State on the money line.
On the money line?
Yeah.
You got to have better odds than that, Griff. That's minus 2,800. Then I can do an alt spread for you.
Yeah.
So they're favored to win by 23.5. We can bump that down to like 14.5 if you want.
I was going to say more like maybe 18.5, 20.
Okay.
Somewhere in that range. Because I know San Diego State's fallen off a little bit.
So you said we'll do 16.5. That's minus 245. So they can win by 17 or more.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a good number. Jacob, do you have one?
I got 2.
Ooh, no. My play is not going to be in NFL.
Okay. You ready for mine?
Yeah, go ahead.
So, Tennessee money line versus Kentucky.
All right, let me find it. There it is, minus 880.
Okay, yeah. And then, when you're ready for the next one,
go ahead.
Ole Miss versus Arkansas.
Okay.
I want Arkansas taking the alternate spread for plus 14.5.
Okay, let me find it.
Do you think that's a good pick, Griffin?
Yeah.
Just plus 14.5. That's not a bad pick.
No, I mean
the line's 7.5. So
yeah. So I think they'll keep it competitive the whole game.
Yeah.
Ole Miss ain't gonna shoot them out if they keep playing how they were.
How about that? The Giants just hit another field goal.
Tied up, baby.
Oh yeah, 9-9, baby, going into halftime. That's what we like to see. That's some real hard-nosed football right there. All right, boys. I already said my pick earlier. Say
it one more time.
Say it. Where was it? I gotta find it first. Oh, here it is. Army Navy under 41.5.
Okay, that's Army Air Force. You mean?
Yeah. Sorry,
Okay.
Army and Air Force.
You're getting a little too excited for the Army Navy game.
Yeah,
Just saying.
Hey, we all are, dude.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a
good.
dogfight this year.
Yeah.
All right, so we got Boise State minus 16.5 on the alt spread. That's minus 245. Tennessee money line minus 880. Arkansas plus 14.5 on the alt spread minus 250. And under 41.5 between Air Force and Army minus 115. So we got a Friday night, a Saturday night, and 2 noon kickoffs.
That will work.
So all college plays plus 310.
So the odds last week were plus 658, I think, something like that.
Yeah, they were pretty high. I put 10 on it to win 70 something. So didn't hit.
I can't bet like that, man. I gotta do like $1 bets.
Going into
see, when I was gonna start out, I was gonna be like, all right, I'm gonna throw $5 here.
Yeah.
Maybe $1 there.
Yeah.
There was one point where I was betting quarters.
Yeah,
I don't blame you.
You get down bad like that.
I don't blame you.
Well, like in your account when you see the funds going down.
Yeah, you gotta make those
stretch
units a little smaller.
I turned like $1 into $22 and slowly lost it.
Slowly.
I was making $2 last like 2 weeks, boys.
It was crazy.
But yeah, no.
Got me some Panda Express.
right now it's plus 310.
Okay.
So
that'll be lock it in, baby.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So
yeah, that so Army Air Force, you think it's gonna be under? That's pretty good bet, I'd say.
I feel like Air Force might not even score.
Should I do an alternate total and make it a little higher and still go under?
No, roll with it.
Okay.
Roll with it. I'm like the demon in your head, the devil on your shoulder.
I saw a meme where it had Jordan Love. He had the angel and devil on his shoulder. The angel was Aaron Rodgers, like, take the check down. And then Brett Favre was the devil. He's like, nah, man, let it rip.
That's so
That's
good.
Literally perfect.
That's so good. Wow. So we got some NBA games coming up.
Yeah, the Lakers play tonight against the Suns again.
And again, yeah.
You know, last time, like 3 nights ago.
Yeah, they came back from down 22 points.
Yeah.
And
Dalton Connect had some points in that one.
Last night, the Lakers. Last night.
2 nights ago. 2 nights ago.
Last night, the Lakers played the Kings.
That was 2 nights ago.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Pretty sure.
That's fair.
I don't, because they were back to back Suns Kings.
Absolutely right. But you see, LeBron had like a 16-point stretch in 2 minutes.
He came alive in the fourth.
It's crazy, man. Year 22. How does this happen?
I mean, there are so many LeBron haters out there, and I was one for the longest time. Just because, like, growing up, I was a Kobe guy. LeBron came in the league. Everybody's riding LeBron, and I just didn't like it. There's a lot of Kobe slander. But now at this point, it's like, damn, he's good. Like, I don't know how you can say anybody has had a better career than LeBron James.
I can name one man.
And that's the ghost and yeah.
What? 6 up.
So what happens if, let's say, because LeBron's at 4, right?
Yes.
So what happens if LeBron does get 6? What would you say?
I'm still going to hold those finals losses against him.
That's crazy.
I hate
But
to
also it's like, if we're talking about who had the better career, and that takes into account the rings, the trips to the finals, 6 for 6, but it also takes into account points, assists, rebounds, wins, years. Like, he has definitely had a longer career.
Let me see LeBron get a DPOY first, and then we'll
Dude, he should have. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Jordan's stats were inflated when he won in 1989, 1990?
It's just the league was different. I feel like it just needs, all right. The 60s, we'll give it to Wilt or Bill, either way. Because they were both Bill Russell.
Yeah, it was like 50s going to 60s. Yeah, 60s, yeah.
And then 70s, I'll give it to Dr. J. Maybe a little bit of Pistol Pete mixed in there.
Yeah, that's
LSU legend.
Yeah.
80s, Magic Bird, Kareem.
Yeah. And then 90s, Jordan.
Of course.
Yeah.
Early 2000s, Kobe, of course. Maybe
Shaq,
a little Shaq thrown in there.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna say.
Opposite, man. You got a little bit of Kobe, Shaq thrown in there.
Yeah.
No offense, Skylar.
I mean,
They needed each other.
They did need each other.
yeah, they did.
Shaq
is the most
one a little
dominant
more than
force.
the other.
Yeah.
No.
Well,
I'm sorry. I'm just kidding.
I did see where there was like some type of real. Oh, it was the boys on TNT. What's their show? The basketball. Shaq,
Inside the NBA.
Inside the NBA.
Charles Barkley and Shaq and all that.
Shaq was flexing. He had 4 rings to Chuck's 0, and how they always do. There's a comment that said, "Why is this guy flexing his rings when he needed Kobe to win? Like 3 of them." But I was like, me reading that as a Kobe guy. Obviously, I grew up on Shaq too when he was still with the Lakers. Shaq is the most dominant force the NBA may have ever seen still to this day.
That stretch was the most
insane.
Even if it was a little smaller.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is, like, Kobe is that guy. Shaq is also that guy.
That's why they broke up.
Do I think that either one of those would have won? Let's say you take one away from the puzzle on the Lakers. Do they win a single championship out of those 3? Either one. If you just take them away. But they, like we said, they needed each other. But I don't know. The comment was slandering Shaq, and I just didn't like it.
Because honestly, you could look at it. Shaq, after Kobe, won 1 ring.
Yeah.
With Miami and D-Wade. But then Kobe won 2 of them after. But
with no D-Wade.
But
yeah,
Powell.
Yeah, Powell. Powell's my guy, man. I love Powell.
So that kind of brings me into the argument that a lot of these players winning rings and stuff, it's almost like it's a team sport.
Really?
Yeah. It's almost like you can't do it by yourself. Like, honestly, Griffin, would you hold LeBron's 2007 finals loss over him, losing to the dynasty Spurs with the team he had? Is that not impressive that he got there as like a 23-year-old?
Also, like,
I'm trying to think who was in the East at that point.
The Pistons.
You got to also
they're
take
kind of breaking up.
LeBron had 2 finals losses to not only the Warriors but the KD Warriors.
Yeah, oh my god!
Like, how does you
Which
think Michael's
man
team
has none of my respect? KD.
Yeah,
that's fair.
He's
You're not
from that
assassin,
moment
though.
in history on.
Yeah,
I've lost all respect.
You were in the majority.
He lost a lot of points in my book as well, brownie points. But KD he's lethal.
The argument I always use, or the question I guess would be the better way to put it, would Jordan's 96, 97 Bulls, would they beat the KD Warriors? And that
I feel like he'd back KD down and put 40 on his head.
It's an easy. They're not winning, man. I'm sorry. And
I don't think so either.
It'll be good. It'll be good series, good games.
2 completely different eras
yeah.
of basketball.
Yeah.
Obviously,
Yeah.
It is one of the most hypothetical questions you can ask. But
But
it is.
I don't think they would win.
I don't think so either. I mean, they got Steph, they got Clay, they got
all prime.
KD. I mean, even Draymond.
Prime Draymond. It's crazy.
Draymond versus Dennis Rodman would feed families.
It would.
That would be. That'd probably be the most
over
exciting
under
part.
on rebounds for that?
Yeah,
for that duo.
Yeah. And I know that's what is hypothetical. I'm just saying the competition Jordan faced
Yeah.
was great, but he never had it stacked against him as much as the current day goes.
And how many times did Jordan get knocked out in round 1 or round 2?
The first 5 or 6 years, honestly.
LeBron was making
Who's playing
finals.
with cokeheads at that point?
Well, it wasn't until Scottie came in and he had that number 2 option.
Yeah.
Right. LeBron never had that number 2 on the 2017. The 2011 finals, he messed up.
They pissed Dirk off.
You remember the
Yeah.
Cavs team that he took in 07 to the finals?
No, that's the point, though.
Exactly.
Literally, only player I can name is Anderson Varejao.
He didn't have anybody, and he still took his team to the finals that year.
You can't use the losses. You can use some losses, but you can't use all the losses.
Maybe
in my opinion.
you could probably say the Mavericks.
Yeah,
I'll put the
for sure,
Mavericks
for
and
sure.
2014 Spurs on LeBron's shoulders.
Well, the 2014 Spurs is the greatest basketball we've ever seen, in my opinion. It's so pretty watching them play.
Tim Duncan slept on.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, underrated GOAT. But I just feel like there isn't one GOAT. That's my thing.
There's
agree.
multiple
I think
at this point
There's got to
go
be.
by
in
eras.
every sport. Like I hate hearing Tom Brady's the GOAT.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tom Brady is the most winningest quarterback of all time.
Yeah.
I don't know if I said that right, but
Mm-hmm.
you can't argue that.
Yeah.
I will say the greatest thrower of the football of all time,
Joe Milton.
Might be Aaron. I ain't
Aaron
gonna lie.
Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers.
Joe Milton.
Yeah.
No, Aaron Rodgers, dude. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
That's what I'm going with.
But yeah, I guess when you're talking about team sports and great accomplishments, you gotta have nuance.
Yeah.
And it's not just all black and white. But like I think there's multiple GOATs. Tim Duncan, LeBron, Michael. I mean, there's so many.
Hakeem,
Larry, Magic.
And they all played different positions.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's like saying Jerry Rice is the greatest wide receiver of all time. We can say Tom Brady is the greatest quarterback of all time. Who's the better football player? Like
You can't. Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
kind of hard to compare that.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Well, Tennessee lost their exhibition versus Indiana.
Yeah, I didn't see anything about that other than the final score is like
I
in
didn't
the
even know we
60s.
already had one. I thought the next one was Monday.
Yeah, it
Or
was
the
a-
first one was next Monday.
Yeah. Well, this one was just for a charity game.
Mhm.
I wasn't able to watch it, but my dad said it was close the whole time.
Yeah,
And
there's only
just-
like a 2-point loss or something
Yeah.
like that, 4 points.
And I mean, he argued that it's probably the best thing for it to happen for
Yeah.
us
I mean-
to lose and see what we need to fix.
And it, doesn't hurt our record any. It's the exhibition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because don't we play Gardner Webb next Monday? Yeah.
Our schedule's not too bad.
Yeah.
It's just that it gets a little. There are some.
Because are
tough
we
opponents.
going back to Maui this year?
I think so. We may also
Yeah.
be doing the Jimmy V Classic, if I'm not mistaken.
We're going to New York in December.
for that.
Yeah.
For the Jimmy V. Okay.
I think
Yeah.
so.
So
We play Miami.
So yeah, I have us making the Sweet 16. I need to see us play more for me to do anything
Yeah.
further.
I don't know what we got yet. I got to do
Exactly.
a little
I need
deep
to,
dive.
I need to see it.
I don't know as far as players go. I have no clue who's going to be taking the floor starting 5. So,
Zakai Ziegler for sure.
yeah, I know that name.
Probably JP Estrella, I would say.
Yeah, he came in. He got some good minutes last year.
Especially versus Zach Edey.
Yeah, he was
in the Purdue game.
He was able to lock him up a little bit.
when everyone was in foul trouble.
Yeah,
Which, hey, how about that fraud?
yeah, dude. Did you
Yeah.
see those stats?
Yeah.
Zach Edey had one game he fouled, or not a single game in college that he ever fouled out.
Yeah.
Never once fouled out in
I
college.
think it was 138 games total.
Yeah.
And he's fouled out in his first 2 games, I think it was,
I didn't know
in the NBA.
he did 2 games. I mean, I knew he'd fouled out in the first one versus
But
Utah.
also like you get 5 fouls in college and you foul out. He never
he
fouled
had an
out.
additional foul.
You get 6 fouls before you foul out in the NBA, and he fouled out his first 2 games.
He had a
I can't
favorable.
stand
He had
Zach
a favorable.
The most favorable whistle of all time.
And I'm with you. I can't stand him. The only thing that I'm rooting for him is because he's on the Grizzlies.
Yeah.
And I want the Grizzlies to reclaim their spot as a top 3 seed in the West. People have slept on Ja kind of because he's put himself in that situation.
Yeah.
But also, they forget that Ja is better than Anthony Edwards. That's my hot take.
That's I wouldn't call it necessarily the hottest take you've had, for sure.
It's a lot closer than people realize. I'll say
Yeah.
that.
And it's like a pick 'em,
Yeah.
honestly. Like, you cannot blame one over the other. I can't blame you for thinking Anthony Edwards is better than Ja. It's just
barely.
if Ja gets hot, you can't guard him. I mean, literally, you can't. So, we'll see. Klay Thompson looked good versus Dallas, too.
Oh, yeah.
Or with Dallas versus the Spurs.
He broke the
debut record.
Debut record for threes. Yeah.
Dang. I think Warriors fans are really mad if...
No, because did you see that Steph play where he threw the ball behind his back and then looked and went, oh, wait.
No, I
just
didn't.
realizing that Klay was gone.
Oh, man, no.
Yeah.
But, I mean, Warriors they're 2-0 right now. I know you got Buddy Hield in there, and he's kind of thriving in that motion offense,
Yeah.
He was in Philadelphia, and he didn't really have too much of a place. I mean, he'd go and hit a three.
I mean, he was solid in Sacramento before he got traded to Philly.
Oh, yeah.
But it's just a system thing.
Exactly.
Griff, I got to ask, what's your shirt?
Oh, it's a duck.
Aflac. Not like that shirt.
No, dude.
Cool.
I swear we're going to watch us play Kentucky, and we're like losing, and all of a sudden that Peyton Manning commercial comes on Saturday.
Peyton.
Yeah. No, I love Peyton, but dear God,
please.
I actually
some
don't
of these
mind that
commercials
commercial.
on TV right now are so bad.
That's not my least favorite commercial. I will say that.
The NFL commercial break in progress, that's my least favorite because you know what I'm talking about. It does that.
No, dude, I heard that so much coming back from Martin yesterday, watching the Packers game.
What bothers me is they couldn't loop it. Literally,
so it just starts and stops and starts and stops.
Yeah, they play
the same thing every time.
No, I haven't heard it in a minute.
They play it's like a 10-second thing. Get you hyped up. Dun, 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 and then there's like a quarter note stoppage. Like it literally stops and then it just restarts.
It fades off for
They-
like
they-
a split second,
they
then
could've-
it comes back in.
They could have literally made it a loop and they didn't. It's so infuriating.
NFL be better.
That's why
Also, real quick, I want to bring up the fact that the NFL needs to get pylon cams. Because
Yes.
Kyle Pitts fumbled yesterday,
really.
and they called it a touchdown.
They do have
Really?
pylon cams, don't they?
Not apparently.
Are we targeting big pylon right now?
I mean, hey, the NFL needs to get their crap together, apparently,
Wow.
after Thursday night. And
Big
then
pylon.
I mean, that's not.
Antoine Whitfield,
Is that a conspiracy? Do they have pylon cams?
I don't think they do. They said they couldn't get a good definitive angle on it.
He let go of it before.
So he was
how
doing one of
did
those
you
things-
see it though, Griffin?
Instagram.
Okay.
He had his
okay.
arm behind him as he was going into the end zone, and here comes Whitfield.
Oh,
So
So his toe is over the line.
So it's either
the
get-
ball is behind the line.
it's either get pylon cams or be able to review
Everything.
fan footage.
God bless.
Remember,
who had a good? Raise your hand if you had a good angle of this play.
remember Patrick Beverly when LeBron got fouled versus the Celtics?
Oh yeah, he
Day.
took somebody's camera. He's like, look at this, look at it, look at it, it's right here.
Yeah, literally. Yeah.
Speaking of Christmas Day, man, Christmas Day NBA, great. I love that.
Oh yeah, isn't
It's getting overshadowed by the NFL now, though.
yes, because the whole thing wasn't NFL Thanksgiving and
Yeah.
NBA was Christmas.
But now, like, Christmas is on a Wednesday, and we've got NFL games going on.
Have
on
y'all
a
seen the
Wednesday.
matchups for the NBA Christmas games?
The Texans have to play 3 games in 10 days. They got
Good Lord.
they've got like a Sunday or probably a Thursday game, then the Wednesday game, and then backwards. Sunday, Wednesday, and then a Thursday game after that.
Have y'all seen the matchups for the Christmas games?
I saw it a
It's
while
really
ago.
good ones. So
You got them pulled up.
Spurs versus the Knicks,
Oh, NBA.
which that'd be pretty cool. I think it goes Spurs at the Knicks, so Wemby at Madison Square Garden would be pretty
That'd
cool.
be cool.
And then it's a Western Conference Finals rematch, Timberwolves versus Mavericks. But you got the new look Mavericks with Clay and some additional pieces on there, of course. And then you got 76ers with Paul George added on the team versus the Celtics. Celtics are trying to run it back. Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, they're pissed because you know about that.
Jaylen
The
Brown.
whole Olympics thing.
So Jaylen Brown did not get on
yeah.
the Olympics team, even though he's the Finals MVP.
Yeah.
And Jason Tatum got very limited minutes by Steve Kerr in the Olympic Games. So that kind of pissed them off, I think.
Yeah.
So they're looking to run it back because they feel disrespected.
Well, I ain't gonna lie. Even Tatum on that roster doesn't make sense. Because, I mean, you got KD and LeBron. Why you...
The small forwards. Yeah. I mean, I get it, but...
Like, you're not going to take LeBron's minutes from him.
Yeah. And
in his last Olympics. What are you doing?
I know. But...
You got a medal, bro.
The way LeBron's going, he might have another Olympics run in him, dude.
I was waiting for Carmelo to come out of nowhere. Yeah. Like, all right, we're going for 5.
Have you seen that? Have you seen that caption? It was like, if LeBron keeps us up, the league's going to have to set him aside and give him a talk.
Yeah.
But all right, LeBron, nobody's going to be able to catch these records, dog. We need you to stop.
Speaking of LeBron, Lakers play the Warriors for the evening game. That's always a good game. I remember, I think it was Christmas Day, the first year LeBron was with the Lakers. They played the Warriors.
Yeah.
And LeBron, that's when he got his groin injury.
Yes, I remember that.
Lance Stevenson hit that deep 3 playing the guitar.
Yeah, and they had Lonzo Ball, and they were looking like a pretty decent team. And then
hey, shout out to Lonzo for being back.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Congrats, Lonzo.
Yeah. I'd love to see it.
First player to have that operation go down and for him to make a successful comeback. I mean,
it's been over 2 years, too.
Yeah.
He's been sidelined for a long time.
They said it was like 1,000-something days.
Yeah, it's been a while. He owes the Bulls, I think, some low-paying years for sure.
Say.
Yeah.
But that surgery's never been done, and from my knowledge, never been done on an NBA player, and they've been able to return and play. Yeah. So that's just great. He's even on the court, and he looked pretty good. He hit a 3 or 2, and he looked fine.
He looked comfortable.
Yeah, exactly. But
I'm just happy he's able to walk and
and enjoy life.
Yeah.
Because that's what we want from these athletes, like Tua and Lonzo and Aiden Hutchinson, all these guys getting really bad injuries. Like, we want them. It's bigger than a sport.
Grayson McCall now.
Yeah.
And respect to him for,
taking a step back when he needed to.
Knowing when to.
Yeah.
But then to wrap it up, Christmas Day got Nuggets versus the Suns. And so that's Nuggets this year, man. Have you seen it, what they look like?
No, I haven't.
Man, they got Russell Westbrook. They lost Kentavious Caldwell-Pope.
Russell Westbrook. All right, he ain't even throwing up bricks, bro. They're air balls.
The disrespect has to stop, man. I'm a big advocate for Russell Westbrook's MVP.
MVP?
I mean, I watched it, bro.
When
he earned that.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
But, I mean...
He was a dog with the Thunder, dude. Especially after KD left, and he had to be, like, everything for them.
Mm-hmm.
Averaging a triple-double all
I still
season.
miss that Russell Westbrook, Paul George, Melo trio.
So the issue with the Nuggets, like I was saying, they lost KCP. They don't have very much shooting, if any. I mean, you're gonna have to depend on Jokic and Jamal Murray. And there's been like it's like an executive in the league or just someone that works with the teams. They're saying that it's coming out that that players specifically are saying that Jamal Murray is very easy to guard. Now,
I mean,
did you see his showing in the Olympics?
Yeah, it was horrible.
Yeah, like very bad. Like 10 points, I think he may have scored at most on very bad efficiency. So, I mean, Nuggets, I want Jokic to win another one, but with the team, the roster that they have constructed,
I feel like it'll end up being how Milwaukee was.
1 ring.
Yeah. And then it just transitions into the next team that's going to win 1 year. And then
I'm adamant if Lillard can return back to basically any form about, 2018, 2019.
Yeah.
Prime Dame time.
They'll win.
Because the Eastern Conference can't handle that.
No.
Not at all.
If Dame returns to some form of his prime with Giannis being pissed.
It's over.
It's over, yeah. But we'll see. A lot to look forward to in the next week. Go Vols, baby. We're going to beat Kentucky.
Oh, yeah.
Blackout.
So. I mean, now that I put money on Tennessee, I don't know about it. I'm a little uncomfy.
Hey, I said give me Vandy last week, so we need someone to be as impassioned about the Vols this week. So Griffin.
So next week it's me.
Give me Tennessee.
Yeah. Well, that's been it, baby. I got a song for my radio.
$1 million radio song choices of the week. I've got mine as well.
You can go ahead and say yours.
So last week I said Issues by Skizzy Mars and G-Eazy. And after saying that, I would listen to it. And then I hit the radio button on Spotify. And I found this song. It is called Sway by Shure.
I thought you were going to say Ray Shrimmer.
No. Sway by Shure. That's SCHUR. The piano in it the vibe of it, the hook. Hold up, wait a minute.
Bro, you're gonna get copyright, bro.
Sway. Bro, it's so good. I'm gonna put some auto tune on that. Real
Okay,
quick,
cool.
bro.
Yeah, bet up. Okay, I like that. What's
Go ahead with yours.
Okay, mine's Sabotage by 1,000 Below. I feel like I've said that before on this one. I don't think so, though.
I don't think so, no.
Really good, dude. It's, you gotta check them out. That's the only song. That's the only song I know by them.
Sabotage by what?
1,000 Below.
1,000. That just sounds like a dark song.
You could
Heavy.
look it up live, like listen to the studio version, but then look it up. There's some crowd footage and it sounds really good. So I'd definitely check it out.
What about you, Griff?
Mine's going to be a little newer.
Okay.
Came out last Friday. The new 311 record. The song All You've Seen.
Okay.
All You've Seen, 311.
God, I love 311, dude.
This album's very vibey, I will say.
Do you have a favorite album by them? Because mine right now is probably Mosaic.
Actually, boys, I've got an album y'all need to go listen to.
Okay.
Drake Bell's new album.
Are you serious?
Bro, it's like 36 songs.
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
Drake Bell.
Yeah, he just came out with a
Taylor
new album.
Swift. Good Lord.
Not gonna lie, I do sometimes have Found a Way on repeat.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that song.
I haven't gone and listened to it, but I follow the mastering engineer on Instagram who did it, and it was like a 10-minute live video or whatever where he was talking about like the different variety of songs on that album and making them all cohesive and stuff. Because you got some obviously some pop, you got punk rock, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
And he's got some like ballads, and he's
So he pulled a Morgan Wallen, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, I mean, I guess
Morgan Wallen releases like 36 songs.
Yeah, a lot of interludes in those tracks. But
Yeah.
I'm gonna look it up then. I already have it looked up. I'm gonna take a listen. That's so interesting.
it might be ass and a half. I don't know, but
what
it sounded pretty good in the clips I heard.
What was your favorite album by 311?
Honestly, Sound System or Revolver. Because those two are my go-tos back and forth.
Isn't Sound System the one with Come Original on it?
Yeah.
I figured. Okay. That's 311, man.
Yeah, it's a good band.
Them and Incubus.
Slept on.
Yeah.
Them and Incubus, they're so good. I always tie them kind of together because that 90s, 2000s.
Yeah, I was going to say, some people might say I'm stuck in the 90s, but I don't give a crap.
That's not a bad thing. 90s are like the best time.
It was good music.
Because, I mean, that's where I stray mostly with my country music.
Yeah.
Real music.
Yeah.
Too. It wasn't like all digitally altered.
Everything diverse. It was so diverse. You could have Korn on like a number 2 spot.
Recorded in studios where you have to use like hardware plugins. You know what I'm saying? Like actual compressors and stuff.
That's crazy.
Yeah. The golden age.
What I'd give to be back in that era.
Yeah.
But babe, we're in the new era.
We'd actually be making money.
Yeah.
God bless.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Well, I wouldn't have to be a content creator.
Very true.
Well, it's been a good episode, guys.
Absolutely.
Yeah. We'll start doing, if Skylar wants to and Griffin, start doing some short form content.
Yeah.
Maybe take some stuff out of the podcast. But I'm also down to start kind of exploring a little bit more of what we can do as a group together.
Yeah.
I had an idea.
Okay.
This may be better discussed off camera. So
it's up to you.
We could start. Cut it. That's it.
We can start. Boom.
That'll keep the anticipation going.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching.
Have a good week, everybody.
This has been $1 Million Radio episode 9. Double digits next week, boys. We're almost there. We're almost there.
That's crazy.
And then we have to do 90 episodes before we can say triple digits.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
Yeah, absolutely. Wow. Can just take it one thing at a time, one episode a week, 1 week at a time. And guess what? We'll see you next time.
Okay, so I did have an idea, and I don't know if it may have already been